In the darkest hours of World War II, amidst the thunder of artillery and the constant hail of bullets, courage took many forms. We remember the brave soldiers and brilliant generals, but history holds stories of heroes. You've never heard of heroes whose contributions were as unconventional as they were decisive. Today, we uncovering one of the most astonishing tales from the battlefield, the story of a true force of nature. An unlikely hero that turned the tide of a crucial battle, the war buffalo. Imagine the scene, a muddy, war-torn landscape somewhere in the Pacific. Allied forces are pinned down, their advance halted by a heavily fortified enemy position. Barbed wire, concrete barricades, and relentless machine gun fire create an impassable wall of death. Morale is at rock bottom, and casualties are mounting. For days, every attempt to break through has been met with brutal resistance. The situation seems hopeless. The commanders know that without a breakthrough, the entire operation is at risk. They need a miracle. They need something the enemy would never, ever see coming. And that's when the plan born of sheer desperation and wild ingenuity was set into motion. They didn't have a new tank or a secret weapon. What they had was something far more primal. From the rear lines, a figure of immense power emerged, not forged from steel, but born of flesh and bone. It was a massive water buffalo, a creature known for its strength and stubbornness, now drafted into the service of freedom. This wasn't just any buffalo. This was a titan. Its broad back and powerful shoulders were fitted with makeshift armor scraps of metal plating and thick leather hide, designed to deflect shrapnel and smaller rounds. Its horns were reinforced and heavy chains draped from its harness. It looked like a beast from ancient mythology, an instrument of raw, unstoppable power. The soldiers watched in disbelief, a mix of awe and uncertainty on their faces. Could this incredible creature really succeed where modern machinery had failed? With a signal from its handler, the war buffalo let out a thunderous snort, its eyes fixed on the enemy line, and then it charged. This wasn't a calculated, mechanical advance. It was a pure explosion of primal fury. The ground trembled under its hooves as it galloped directly into the storm of gunfire. Bullets ricocheted off its makeshift armor, but nothing could slow its momentum. It was a living battering ram, a force of nature unleashed. The enemy soldiers in their bunkers could only stare in horror. They had prepared for men and machines, not for this charging behemoth. The buffalo hit the first line of barbed wire not with hesitation, but with the full force of its 2,000-pound frame. The wire snapped and tore away as if it were thread. It crashed into the wooden barricades, splintering them into 1,000 pieces. The air was thick with smoke, dust, and the deafening roar of battle. But above it all was the relentless driving force of the buffalo. Inspired by this incredible display of power, a fire was lit in the hearts of the Allied soldiers. A cheer erupted from the trenches. This was their chance. Follow the buffalo. Go, go, go. A commander roared. They surged forward, using the massive creature as a moving shield, pouring into the breach it had created. The buffalo continued its rampage, tearing through secondary defenses, clearing a path through the heart of the enemy stronghold. It was chaos, it was fury, and it was glorious. The enemy line, once thought impenetrable, crumbled. The psychological shock of the buffalo's attack was as devastating as its physical impact. The soldiers, who had been pinned down for days, now fought with renewed vigor, storming enemy positions and overwhelming the stunned defenders. The battle, which had been a bloody stalemate, turned into a decisive victory, all thanks to the courage of this one incredible animal. In the aftermath, as the smoke cleared, the war buffalo stood magnificently amidst the wreckage, its sides heaving, but its spirit unbroken. It stood as a symbol of unconventional strength and the will to persevere against all odds. Allied flags were raised over the captured position, silhouetted against the dawn of a new day. This was a victory carried on the broad back of a hero that would never receive a medal, but would forever be remembered in the legends of those who witnessed its charge. A testament to the idea that the strength that carries freedom can come from the most unexpected of places. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey into a forgotten corner of history. If you found this story as amazing as we did, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the untold tales of the past. We'll see you in the next video.